What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Pourcast. This is episode number 4. In this episode of the Pourcast, we have the honor of sitting down with a very talented and creative individual representing the 805 and the beautiful city of Santa Barbara. This visionary mastermind has made waves in the world of real estate, weddings, event photography, and video production. Armed with state-of-the-art gear, he captures moments that breathe life into memories, ensuring that quality remains the cornerstone of his artistry. I actually used to work with this individual back in the day, slinging beers at the downtown public market. Who would have thought that behind those taps was a master storyteller, eager to share his craft of producing cinematic adventures? Now, he's here to unravel the secrets behind his awe-inspiring work that'll leave you truly mesmerized. Join us in this captivating conversation as our guest spills the beans on his journey, artistic vision, and the magic that transpires when artistry and technology dance in perfect harmony. From epic drone shots that'll make your jaw drop to directing innovative music videos, this guy is the real deal. The one, the only, Christian Torres. Thank you for being here, my guy. I really do appreciate it. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. No, you're a good guy. I'm very lucky and stoked to have you on the show, man. Like, I appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers, bro. Cheers. There you go. Yeah. Cheers, bro. Salute. All right. So, what was your initial intro into photography and the videography industry? And what was your first paid gig?
My intro would be like, I don't know, I just wanted to get a GoPro, and then I realized like the features on it just weren't like, couldn't do too much with it, just like it was real limited. And then I don't know, just escalated from that. I was like, I felt like I was getting older and stuff, and I had to like went through like a breakup. I don't feel like everyone goes through it, but like I don't know, I just wanted to just get all my shit, just be a badass. I mean, like even more than I feel like I was already. I've always just learned that. Just be real confident, but not cocky, you know, like just be confident in yourself and just know that you can figure out anything. My grandpa always told me just to figure out everything on your own. Don't ask questions, and like, you know, you say you can handle it because you can, you know?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you had a GoPro, you said, and that was probably your first intro into photography or videography.
Oh, for intro, like
what got you into it?
when we were kids, we did a couple of short films, like scary ones. It was like corny, but like creative still at the same time, like for how old we were, you know?
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
started
let's
like
go
middle
do that.
school, grade school, like kind of just messing around with the boys and making some fun stuff, or what?
Yeah, like it was funny. Like we made it like Blair Witch Project type, and then like a Cloverfield type.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where like someone's just like after us. Like he was like some. It was funny. We did a couple of them, but he was always real funny at just like acting goofy. We were just like in middle school. We are kind of just like we're like the goofy kids, but
Yeah.
And then I had a camera throughout high school, and I took a bunch of pictures, but I didn't really get into video until I got that GoPro, and like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was just like realized after a month or two, I was like, it's so limited, you know, like you can only do so much. So I got the A7 III.
Okay. And so the A7 III is Sony A7 III. That's what I'm shooting this video on. I only have one. He has the exact same camera, but it's the one that YouTubers use and podcasters use as well. So it's like, I don't want to say the entry level. It's a really good camera, but if you get serious, it's like the first entry level serious camera that you can make pretty quality content off of. And so
You can make money off it, that's for sure.
yeah,
and
no,
the quality. You can do a lot.
the quality is really, really nice. So he's saying he didn't get that until after the GoPro, right?
Yeah, like I had just some. I had been saving up and just like, what do I do with my money? I had a car, like I had a place to live and stuff. Like I need to find a hobby, like not.
So you bought the camera out as a hobby because you remembered that you used to like it and that it was fun for you
like,
and your buddies. So you were working. Were you working? I think we talked about this construction.
This is like when COVID first started. Honestly, yeah, this was like right when COVID started. At first, like it was just like everyone's like, what to do, like.
So COVID hits and you're like, I'm gonna buy a camera.
Yeah, pretty much. I got a GoPro. Actually, my mom got me the GoPro for Christmas, and then yeah, I still have that GoPro, and I always keep that. You know,
Does it have the LCD screen on the back so you can kind of see what's
yeah,
in the
it's
frame?
like it's like that. It's pretty recent. It's like it was the new one that year, and it was like what 2-3 years ago. But yeah, it was I got the A7 III, and that was a badass camera. But then I was like, I don't know, I just wanted to get like something that was just like something like I really could take to the next level, and it was FX3, and I've had that for about a year now, and that's an amazing camera. And pictures wise too, it has like the same Kodak as the A7S III, which is like that one's been doing people right and like a legendary camera for like 5 years, but it has like the same Kodak was like is like just like the pixels and stuff like that, like as that one, but it's like like more has like a handle with the sound, and you can put like the XLR mics and stuff
Directly into
yeah.
it.
Yeah, like it has like 2 or 3 XLR mics. I don't have it out right now.
That's all right.
I'll
yeah,
bring it
this
out
guy
later.
brought all of his gear to kind of show me up because he sees that I'm using 1, my brother's camera, 2, my mom's camera, and then 3, my phone. That's how I've been filming the podcast. So this guy decides to bring his whole rig, and
Oh, let me turn this light on.
yeah, oh look at, oh yeah, let's turn the light on. Look at, let's turn this one over here. And he brought both of his tube lights, 3 of his tube lights. So I appreciate him helping me out, but the next podcast might not be as dialed in as this one because we have all the gear this time. So appreciate you, dog.
No, I just like
he wanted to bring, and it's sick because I'm not exposed to this type of gear. But we literally have like 5 or 6 cameras in the room right now. It's very expensive hobby, as he would have said. Like, oh, COVID hit, I needed a hobby.
It was addicting. I wanted to get another camera next year, but I was like, I was like looking at all my stuff, and I was like very appreciative. Cool. So, yeah, no, I plan on starting my vlog and helping like as many people as I can like choose the right gear, because I met like I don't know, I just bought some, like I was like real eager to buy stuff, and then sometimes I would buy stuff that wouldn't do me right, and then they always say like to buy the right stuff first, and then you won't have to buy it later as long as you take care of it,
That's what I've heard, yeah, because even now I'm kind of experiencing that with these like lights. Like they're nice to do the job, but you can tell they're cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah,
like,
but that was my first pair of lights. You gotta, but
you gotta go.
That's why I'm here.
You gotta
That's why
go
I'm
through
here.
it. You gotta go through it. It's like the whole learning process and going, well, these lights are kind of shit. So like, I need better stuff. But then you go, yeah, the better stuff costs money. So how serious am I? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to blow a bunch of money and then be like, oh yeah, it's cool. It's like it's in storage.
At this point, at this point, you should start getting serious.
Oh, I am
episode 5. Episode 5.
Yeah, I am pretty serious at this point. You can see again, like I'm borrowing cameras.
I'm just playing. No, your shit's fine.
No, for the time being. But of course, there's still more. Again, I was telling you beforehand. Paint the wall, neon sign. Like there's still more coming, but for the time being,
with your setup already.
Yeah, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. And we got a little clip. My dad last time I saw him, he was saying, "Yo, the episode is good, but you need to show the setup." He's like, we saw you guys talking, but he wants to show the setup because he's responsible. My dad, the bar, everything. Like, shout out to you. I really do appreciate it. I'm able to do this because of him.
Yeah.
What was your first paid gig?
Like working in like as a quick promo for business, maybe. I did it for like, I think I did it for Wise Guys Barbershop, which used to be it's on Victoria, right by Chase Bank. It's I would say it used to be Wolfhead, and those are my people, and they take care of me. Shout out to Wolfhead, or no, Wise Guys now. It's Wise Guys, rebranded. But yeah, Isaac and Eric always take care of me, and we did a video, and they were just like, yeah, you can get some free haircuts, some merch, and that's just like, and then they always shoot me business too, like baby shower, stuff like that, like.
That was your first paid gig, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then after that, I did one. I was doing like a video for my cousin, which was also paid, but like what I'm getting into right now is like more professional stuff. Like this was like I was doing like a little music video for my cousin on the beach. He's a music producer. His name's Session, and shout out Session. But yeah, he was here visiting. He's actually from Texas, where I lived. I grew up, but I was originally from out here, but grew up out there for damn near from like elementary all the way to after high school. But I was just doing a video there, and some older guy came up to me. He worked for like like I don't know, like they do canoe racing for up to like Channel Islands, or like they do like fat races into the ocean. He's like, yeah, we need a photographer for our races here. And I did a few events for them, and it was beautiful work. I lost my nice drone, my first nice drone that I had.
The drones, I
Yeah,
mean, that's something that I feel like is super new, even to this day and age, where it's like, oh, it's still fresh enough to where people are really good at it, but there's a grace period. You know what I mean? Like you're
yeah.
like, oh, I want to get really good, and it's like, yeah, some guys are just really good at it, like naturally.
With you saying that, the thing is like you'll go to a spot like expecting to use your drone, get a 6 shot, and then it'll be like restriction zone, and
Oh yeah, you're not and like
yeah,
no
like,
fly zone,
yeah, no
right?
fly
Yeah,
zone,
you're
yeah,
not
and you're
allowed to
like,
do that.
all right then.
So what happens? What happens if that is the case? Like you're out getting drone shots, and then somebody pulls up on you and is like, "Yo, you can't shoot here."
No one's ever told me I can't shoot anywhere. Really, a lot of people ask questions because the camera rig is pretty nice.
Oh yeah, so they come
But
up and start saying, "Are you a filmmaker?" Or
yeah, like people are real nice, and I try to be real respectful in every way. Like, just be like, just make sure, just because I know that it's kind of random to see that, and
somebody
then
pull up and then just start unloading and
yeah,
then start getting these good shots.
just always be respectful in every way. You know, like to people, and you get good return. In the most
Yeah.
part, you know, but
I
yeah,
guess I feel like it's a kind of a sense of networking, right?
yeah,
Because
like,
you're going, hey, like this is what I do. I'm out here just shooting this and this for a project, or I'm doing this for an edit. And you go,
yeah.
oh, really? You do videos? I could use that. Or we're getting married, or blah blah blah. And you
I
can.
always have like my cards on deck too, so it's like, yeah, you try to have that ready. So he's like, oh yeah, it says weddings, like baby showers.
So you
Stuff
throw
like
it in there, like I
that.
do events, I do videos,
Yeah,
yeah.
like family pictures and stuff. Like I don't
Yeah.
just do like if I'm doing a music video and it looks kind of gritty or whatnot, but I'm like, yeah, I can help you with like if your family needs a portrait. And like,
Yeah.
but that's just like me just trying to network too. At the same time, it's like I'm not scared to throw myself out there. And then you have like the QR codes with like it links you to your website or your Instagram or whatever. I have mine linked to my Instagram, but I'm about ready to get another round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
So at what point, because you kind of talked about how it developed into where you're at now, but at what point did you get serious, I guess, and decide that you wanted to make this a career? Because you said you went from the GoPro to the A7. At that point, was it still just a hobby?
As soon as I got the A7 III, I was like,
You wanted to go for it as a
yeah,
career and say, hey, I
yeah,
really want to capitalize and utilize this camera
yeah,
and kind of
yeah,
go for
exactly.
it.
I always think that like nothing's impossible. So like I was like, hey, this was something I feel like I was just I'll obsess watching like just like short films and like uh I don't know like all types of cool videos, just all different types, and it's like yeah, I can do that. I feel like I know a lot of people too, and then just started just like a little bit whoring myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it's something I like to do. It's awesome, but and then it's just I don't know. I don't know. Just something about me is always just like if I want to do it, it's gonna get done or whatever. But there's like a little funk with like between 22 and 26 where I was just like trying to like I don't know, just partying with my friends, you know,
Yeah.
having too much fun. Santa Barbara, you know.
Yeah. So when you got the camera, what made you say like, okay, I'm going in full force? Was there a particular project that you did, or you just started getting into it like in all your free time? You were just going in on the camera and making
Yeah, I just didn't want to be a
content
bartender no more, or and that was when bartenders couldn't even like there was no work for bartenders
because of
during
COVID,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So like
You said I'm gonna make
that
videos.
do videos just for fun, like and then I was doing construction, getting gear, and it turned into an obsession, you know, like, and I just like I said, I don't think any like I get inspired living in Texas and then coming back here, back and forth, whatnot. Just get inspired seeing like mansions or just people, and I just don't think that I'm not able to get that, you know, like or like be successful at something I want to be successful at. Like so, it was just like I don't know. Once I just have that mind, I'm just like in that zone, and I was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know what, that's where my money's gonna go. It's probably gonna take a few years, a couple years or whatever, and then finally got it as of like a month ago. Finally got like all my sound gear, everything's locked in. Can make a motion picture.
Yeah, good. Now you got all the
Yeah,
gear to do it. Yeah, it
yeah.
looks like it.
But yeah,
Yeah. Cool. So what, I guess after you knew that this was the career that you wanted to pursue, what actions did you take to make that happen?
just a lot of YouTube and just like treating it like school and just being disciplined and stuff. I was already like a little bit older than a normal college student age, but I was like, you know, if I'm gonna do this, if I really want, I don't know, just like turn it up a notch in life. I don't know, getting more serious at a point in time. It's like I don't know.
practicality wise.
Like if you're like I had a
Like
little bit of
what
a,
did you do?
I had
Like
late start.
I'm gonna study YouTube videos. I'm gonna make videos every week.
Yeah, that type.
I'm gonna learn editing. Like I want to know what you.
That type. I had a friend. He taught me all like when it came to music videos and stuff. He taught me all the visual effects and like different plugins and different just like availability to like different effects and stuff and like manually being able to do them because I don't just throw something on and just like looks cool. I have to manually like do all this crazy stuff to it to just to get to your liking, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like that's the cool thing. Once you learn that was the biggest intimidation because there's a lot of good people out there. Not necessarily around here, I would say. I mean, there is, I guess, but when it comes to this music videos and like doing this what I do, I feel like the talent's right down the street in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just watched I got real connected through my friend DG and like he's making good music and he got me to go to the 808 Cartel studio and I met Fred Blazer and those are two really good artists and I've just been real blessed like to everyone I work with is just making pretty badass music, you know. It's like and it makes it easy for me. I had to cut off some of my clients that just don't make good music and I didn't tell them why or anything. I just like, oh no, just like they're also headaches to work with too. Like you gotta set boundaries once you start getting good and valuing yourself, you know, more. And then just having I don't know. Value and once you get good, you know, you just gotta be like, yeah, put my energy wherever it needs to go, you know.
So you talk about networking, cutting off people.
Yeah, you have to always cut off people just to get better and like, especially in that case, you have to prioritize where your time is going because like if you want to make something real nice, it's gonna take some hours on the computer, a couple hours filming. You can film something real quick, but it's like taking all your gear too and then like going home and then editing is just like you have to color. I shoot everything in log. If you don't know, it's like a blank piece of paper. It's like the outline of all the people and then you just add the color, saturation, contrast, highlights. And that's honestly one of my favorite parts about it. And then you cut the picture, which there's a process of like there's depending like on music videos I'll highlight my favorite performance scenes and I'll stack them and like make them look small in the corners. I know it sounds like some starter stuff, but I've actually heard some like pretty like big guys that do it this way, and then just they can see everything all at, like their highlight clips. It could be up to 3 to 6. You can just put them on the screen. You see both. Your computer runs a little slow unless you have a strong ass computer, but you can see like with each bar. I usually mark with in the sound of the song. Like if the bass hits or if like after each lyric or bar, like I put like a marker and then that's where I need to make a cut or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I do all the fine tuning later and all that, but then it's crazy but it's addicting because like unless the song's like over like 3 minutes, I'll probably try to sit there for like as long as it takes until I cut a whole video together. Because it's so everything's coming together, you know.
Yeah.
It's like fuck, this thing's coming out beautiful depending on your standards or whatever. But yeah, like I don't know, I have so much fun with it too, with the music videos, and then but like a part of me just wants to be like just as focused on like doing promos for businesses because I just like want to be real professional at the same time. But that's like that's where I'm making more money doing music videos and stuff like that. But I want to get more into like helping businesses grow and stuff like that, like and just like with a restaurant you do like some cool stuff like some handheld footage of the steaks and stuff like getting thrown in the air
on the grill
cool on the grill like have
cut.
the sound real close to the grill like sizzling up, like you can make that real good like with the gear I thank God bought, you know. Yeah.
How much time have you spent acquiring all the gear that you've gotten?
Real focused on it like 2.5 years, like, and that's as long as I've been doing it since I got that GoPro.
So 2.5 years about you got serious, and so one of the actions was obviously investing in gear.
I'll just give you a hint, but just that right there is 12 to 15,000.
Okay, cool. So just a hint, 12 to 15 right there.
It doesn't count any of this.
No, yeah.
Or the computers or my lights. Or
yeah, and that's a whole nother thing too. Is we talked briefly about that, but like post production, so editing. You need
Yeah.
monitors. You need a computer. You need a computer that's able to handle the
Softwares,
softwares
plugins, and
and
stuff.
the RAM. Yeah. Otherwise, you don't have a good computer. It's hard to edit, and you
Yeah.
have all this footage and all this audio that you can't do anything with.
And it's like heavy footage too. Like with this camera, like these are heavy, like gigs. Like it's like a lot. Like sometimes, yeah, it's a lot. So it's like if your computer's not cleaned up, like I had that issue where my computer wouldn't be clean, and then I found this software. I can maybe I'll try to figure it out, but it just cleans my computer whenever. Like I try to do it every few days if I'm doing damage on the computer, but it's just like everything's running smoothly it's like no memory on the when there's like no memory on the computer, it's just like moving shitty. You can't do no visual effects at all, like no After Effects, which I use. He's saying like spending like with softwares like Premiere Pro and like Photoshop and like Lightroom, that's like monthly subscription. So like you keep paying for that no matter what all the time. And I know really good photographers and stuff that would that would stop just because they're turned off by like paying monthly subscriptions. And so it's like, oh, you're really good. You make money off it, but they're just like, nah, whatever. Just do the regular job, you know.
Yeah.
No names, whatever. But
I think the subscriptions they're beneficial if you use them.
for money
Again,
and
yeah,
stuff,
if you're again a monthly subscription, a one-time fee for like 5 to 10 projects that you can get done, like, and those projects are all paying you pretty well. Like, I think it's worth it.
and
But
be
I don't have
badass-
a bunch of subscriptions.
badass.
I don't even have one subscription because I don't think I need it that much.
Yeah, if you're really getting into like doing like visual effects for music videos, Sapphire costs. It's pretty expensive, but it's worth it once you like have access to like thousands of effects and stuff like that. That's just if you're doing that, but you should be good with Premiere or DaVinci. Like the pro version of each should be real good for what you're doing. Unlike for anything basic or After Effects, like the Adobe subscription comes with that.
Okay.
Just like After Effects and like Photoshop, Lightroom, it's a little like depending on when you get it, it's like I got it like during like Labor Day or weekend, and it was like $30 a month, and then like it's usually $50, but you just gotta just find it at the right time.
The right deal.
But yeah, there's a few, but you have to that's if you get serious, like yeah.
So software, I think had mentioned earlier off camera that you use DaVinci Pro.
I use Premiere Pro,
Oh,
and then
Premiere Pro.
sometimes when I want to get real serious with a project, it's like, or like DaVinci is the best for coloring, and I don't really use it for like cutting and like putting all the effects and stuff because it has the access. Like you can do that with that software, but I use Premiere Pro and After Effects for all the visual effects. Or I put some visual effects in Premiere Pro, but DaVinci is like the best at coloring and stuff like that, like making it look like a movie.
As far as software goes, do you have a bunch of subscriptions, or do you only have like one or two, or like what are you thinking?
I just color with DaVinci. I want to get into like doing more effects with it and stuff, but like Premiere Pro's has just been doing me right, you know.
Yeah.
But like if I want to get like real into a project, I'll color on DaVinci and then transfer the color footage into Premiere Pro and then cut it and like do all that stuff. And then when I want to do like all the visual effects and like crazy, like put like 10 of the same person in one frame, like that's After Effects. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many hours would you say you spend editing?
One video.
Yeah. One project. Yeah, one
It
project.
depends. I went to Sacramento with Fred Blaze. Shout out Fred Blaze, badass rapper from Compton. I met him at the DJ Flip Cartel, or 808 Cartel, which is, it sounds sketch, but he's a badass producer, DJ Flip, and he done music for like Trippie Redd and like big time artists, and has some plaques. And I was there with DG, just like recording some music with him that they had like set up, and I got to meet everyone. But I met Fred Blaze, and he just told me with my camera setup, oh yeah, like I'll hit you up, you know. And he hit me up. We became real good friends. I went on tour with him like a month ago, and he introduced me to a bunch of badass artists out there with Styx Clan, Dre from West Oakland, and Lil Slug, and they're popping artists. Some of their videos have millions of views, you know. And we dropped a video, and I filmed it, and I was all excited about it, you know. And I went home, and I got it done in 3 days, and it was like probably like top 3 best videos I've ever had. So, but then sometimes it'll take like 2 weeks, you know.
Yeah. So about 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
and how many? Yeah, it's just a lot of hours on the.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a
a lot
lot
of
of.
hours, huh?
It just depends on like sometimes I just get super excited and I'm just like it's probably like two full days on my computer just like, but then you're making money off it, you know, like it's pretty good money, like you know, like it's like I charge 600 right now for a music video just, and like with that I'm just trying to shoot it out in like 3 days. I'm at it like 3 days of work, but like it could be 2 weeks, but it's like it's still gonna be around 3 days of work, like spread out between 2 weeks. But I try to put don't not to put too much effort. But at this point, I know what I'm doing. I used to have like a writer's block back in the I don't know what it's called, editing block, but
Yeah, no
back in the
writer's
day, and
block, I
not.
guess.
But with like the research and watching a lot of videos of like all the people that are doing it right, there's Voice Too Hard in LA, and then Inland Films and Destructive Films is from the 805. He's from Oxnard. He's really good. I think he's like really good at coloring, and I don't know. I'll just watch all their videos and see what's popping. They're doing videos with big artists and stuff, so I don't know. Their effects on, I would say, Voice Too Hard and Inland have the craziest effects, and that's crazy. And then I can like once you have like an idea of how it goes down, you just like kind of slow mo it when you watch it on the like when you're trying to study it, like you just watch it slow motion. Oh yeah, I could do that. Like I know how to do that, but just like if you slow it down a little bit, kind of like watch it a couple times with me, then you're like, oh yeah, I can do that. It's like not that hard. You just gotta like just take like be like it's tedious work.
It's tedious work
Oh
for
yeah, it's
sure,
tedious
for
work.
sure. But even recognizing like that, like you were just saying, to have that skill to look at the video and watch it and understand the edits, the cuts, the sound, like to have that eye for it.
Yeah.
I'm learning all that. And so it's like it's really interesting to go through that process, but like even watching Netflix, I watch Netflix and I watch documentaries.
Probably
Reason,
watch how they cut it and
yeah,
make
well,
it
the reason I watch documentaries is to see how they do interviews because when they
light it,
when they do interviews, they have lighting, they have the person there, they have them at a
sound.
certain side of the frame, and again, it's all sound, it's all lighting, it's all asking
Yeah.
questions, and it's very similar to conducting interviews. So that's, I mean, but once you understand what to look for or realize
Yeah.
little editing things, you pick up on it, and you
Yeah.
go, oh, you always have that eye.
Every time I watch a movie or something, I'm always watching how they edit it.
Yeah, well, see, that's smart, and I'm sure again, everybody who's good at film, that's just what it is.
Or any type of anything that's just like a film. Yeah, I'm real into. I do photography and I write on my like clipboard, take more pictures and stuff. But I'm just like the videos like that's.
I don't know. I feel I liked photography a lot in college, but
there's like its own beautiful
it's
thing,
its own category, its own side category. But I feel like nowadays video is such the thing that I focus on video because I'm like that's where everybody's attention's at. Like pictures are cool and it's an artistic outlet for sure.
It's like there's like curiousness about it, like because like what's like next, but a video's like telling a whole blown story.
Video's next level
like,
though because yeah, it gets people engaged and it gets them just kind of like tuned in. But there's so much more that goes into it with the editing, with the narrative, with the
research,
shots. Yeah, with there's just
everything.
It's a whole process in itself. But I do like the video.
There's this thing called blocking in film, like, and they do it in movies. It's like just the way someone walks by someone and like shows their assertiveness. There's like an aura that it brings to the frame, and it's like called blocking. And I don't know. It's like I've been watching all these like breaking down full scenes and stuff. And I'm any type of film, even like when it comes to doing events and like who's the best making, just like watch how they do it. And but with the film, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start getting short films, and so I'm really just trying to worry about like screenwriting and all that stuff. And I have a few done, but we're gonna. I'm trying to get a whole crew. I got like a bunch of people that are just like real interested. I got people. I always network in the fashion that, like, I'm always asking people, "Well, would you be interested in like helping out with like sound?" It's like super fun. Like always make it sound like it's because it is fun, you know. Like
yeah,
but like yeah, just like that and like making it. And then I'll offer money too if it's like a big project or whatever. I just want to get everyone kind of serious, but like it's a good time, you know. But like, and I want to get like these short films, take some classes, and then keep getting better, you know. Just like always studying. I don't know. I feel like studying and then wanting to be a director and like it's like shooting for the stars. But I mean, like I said, I've just always like I mean, they're there to get, you know.
Yeah, why not, dude? If other people can do it, right? Like,
Yeah,
other people can do it. Fuck, like I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just real confident, but like I just don't like being cocky because I feel like that's like tasteless, you know. It's like I don't know. But like you just gotta be like, all right, I'll handle the situation in every way I can, you know. It's like that's something I want to do, and like there's nothing, I'm not crippled or anything, like thank God, you know, like.
I think there's a good balance between being cocky and then being confident.
Yeah.
Because again, it's like you can't kind of have one without the other. Like you need to have a level of both, but you don't have to be super arrogant about it.
Yeah,
but
no
still,
arrogance,
but still go at it. Like, hey, I have the confidence to go at it, and I'm gonna be cocky. I'm gonna be cocky because at least I did it. At least I went for it, and yeah, I have that aspiration.
No, I definitely try not to be cocky. I just like when I go into a situation, it's like there's no way I cannot handle the situation, you know, like, and that's.
Or if I can, I'm gonna learn from it, and then I'm gonna reassess.
Yeah, but like that goes with like I keep talking about like just like being prepared for a situation. Like I'll probably break down a little bit like of my process is like I'll go through like a music video treatment, and.
Well, that's actually what I was about to ask. Was like, how's your process if you book a client or somebody wants to have you make them a video? What's your process like, and kind of what do you focus on?
Okay, like I would just tell me the song, and then I always offer like send me a bunch of songs, and if I really like a song, I'll give you a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just makes it easier.
So
for me.
That's what the artist says, or they'll reach out to you and you say, send me like 5 or 10 of your songs that you.
Usually they have a song in mind that they're like, oh, I need a video for this, but then when I tell them, I'll give them a good deal if it's like, let me pick the song.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so then they're turned on by that too, you know, like they're turned on by the deal, because it'll be like significant, because I'm still like networking, but like I'm not wasting my time with like any artist that is like not doing like that hasn't like I don't know, like just kind of like just like working real hard and dedicated to their craft or whatever, like, and like I don't know. I've just been real lucky to like every artist I work with is making good music and I get along with them and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. There's been a couple and I've had to cut them off because it's just like at some point they get disrespectful and whatnot, like, and I really don't need that, you know, like the people hit me up and they're happy with the work I'm getting them and stuff like that. So it's like,
why not keep working with those people, right? Yeah, like I fit their style way more. So
and I don't know, I just get real like invested with people like that I'm working with and like friends and family and stuff, and it's like I want to take care of them every way, like let's get a video, like, and especially right now that they're like in the big, like I feel like I'm getting at that stage where I'm actually it could really blast off, so I'm just trying to stay locked in. Mm-hmm. But like I don't know, it's just like keeping those people that I'm like real good and just like working with them, and like some of these people, like Fred Blaze has a song in a Netflix show and like for like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's like, and like he's actually a badass rapper. Like I can listen to his music all day. Yeah, and like I don't know, he's my boy. Yeah, yeah, he's cool. He's from Compton too, so it's like, well, that's pretty tight. But no, yeah, he's the homie. He introduced me to all his friends, and like they like the stuff I'm doing for him, and like it's just like they want to do stuff with me now.
So when you're working with someone like Fred Blaze, how's the collaboration process? Does he let you kind of take artistic reign, or do you guys collaborate together, or is he fighting you every step of the way? Like, well, yeah. It sounds like you don't have that type of relationship with him, but I just kind of wanted to know what it's like working with clients. Like, majority of yours are pretty cool.
Well, you gotta always. I had a stepdad that was like super business, like masters, like always trying to be the best businessman. He taught me a lot, and I was just always trying to just make the customer happy and then like in that type of industry too, you have egomaniacs and stuff like that, you know. Kanye West is, I mean, I love his music. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, you see. Shit happens where people don't like him no more or whatever just because of his ego, or his ego's crazy or whatever. And sometimes I feel like you deal like with that, like just like with even like the regular artists, it's like, oh, just because they're like a musician or whatever, you just got to really set boundaries for yourself. And like, and that's just like, you gotta set boundaries with everybody. Like I even like have the smallest boundaries with my mom, like just like we have respect for each other, and it just goes down to respect. And if they're not meeting that, I'm a hustler, so I'm gonna find work and make ends meet. You know? So it's like I don't need you to just give me a hard time. And like I'm like, and especially right now, I feel like I'm in my zone. So and everything I'm gonna drop is gonna everyone I'm working with is good, and like it's just I'm in a good zone right now. I got all my gear finally, so it's like it's good times, you know.
Everything's
So
good,
like,
everything's
yeah,
coming together.
I don't need no shit from no one, you know.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm thankful that everyone I'm working with makes good music. I I know this young kid that I met through another young kid I work with. KDK is the guy I work with. Some young friend I met through a friend who passed away recently, rest in peace. But he he makes music. He's some young kid that's from IV, but his music's just dope. And he just like like some song will be like one's one way, like one, and then the next one will be a whole different vibe. It's just like cool seeing like the range and stuff like that. And like I always hook him up on deals because he's a college kid, you know. It's like, yeah, but like he always lets me pick the song and stuff like that. And like he's my boy. He's like, yeah, just give it, like, just keep grinding. You make shit happen. You already got you brought your set. You got all the gear. You know, just like staying focused. And just disciplined and like working with him. I met this kid that makes like folk music, and like some of it sounds like a Bob Dylan vibe. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'll work with, excited to do shit like that. And I like classic rock. That's like the first music I grew up on. It's like classic rock. Like my grandpa's like a Beatles fanatic. Like he has all their he has like a whole Beatles room, and like Rolling Stones, and like just classic Led Zeppelin. So like that's like my shit. So like hearing stuff like that and being able to make visuals for that is dope. So like I'm trying to do as much, like I'm do reggae, like anything, like just want to have range, like just like how like I told you with my friend that makes different types of music. I want to be able to do that with my videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I feel like that's part of being an artist.
yeah, exactly. Be an artist, yeah, and just like showing what you can do,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because your range and your flexibility, and
yeah, just how artistic you can be too at the same time.
Yeah.
So like how badass you can be. I really like when I'm doing like music videos. Like when it comes to like anything besides music videos, I'm trying to be like by the book, professional. Like what's like by the like weddings. You don't want to do anything like experimental or like
that's not
like,
the time and place, because that's a big day for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a time and place for everything, and I really just in that occasion I want to make it about the client and their moment and how beautiful it is, like because I don't know, because I just feel like it's like really nice for like an engagement shoot or like wedding, like that's just such a special moment for those types of people. So like I try to just really be all about the person and like how like, but then there's a side of me that's like I like listening to like hip hop and stuff, and then it's pretty cool for me to let them let me do what I want with their videos, and like some of them actually have like a following and like a buzz and whatnot, and like oh no, I'm just like trying to go wherever it takes me,
Yeah, I think that's the right route though.
Yeah,
Is
wherever
kind
it
of
takes
see
you.
where it goes, but also having those right collaborations and those right people that you work with, the right clients. Because
Yeah.
and they trust you though, which is kind of cool, because
That's
again,
the best
like,
part.
yeah, I look at it like tattoos. When I go to the tattoo shop, I hear people say like it's super specific. I want it like this. I want it like that. It needs to be this big. It needs to be like that.
That's
And,
fair enough.
but all you're doing is boxing the artist in. All you're doing is putting a bunch of constraints on them.
I
And
felt like that a bunch of times.
yeah, and
Yeah.
all you're doing is like, okay, you're taking somebody who knows how to like make what you want, whether it's art or tattoo or a film or a video, whatever. You're taking somebody that knows how to do it, probably has a way that they want to do it, and all you're saying is don't do that, 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 don't do that. So you're just limiting them. You're getting them smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And it's the same thing with the tattoo. Is like I realized my best pieces were when I'd go in there and say like, yo, which ones do you want to do, or like what do you have in your book? And they'd be like, "Oh, this is one that I really want to do. I've been wanting to do it for so long. I'll give you a good
tattoos is for life too.
yeah." But they go, "I'll give you a good deal on it," and I go, "Sick," because I'll take you up on that if you're
stoked
like on
doing
doing
films,
it.
though, like if it was gonna be permanent, like a tattoo, I feel like, especially with I'm taking the time to work with these bigger artists and like being more selective and stuff. I gotta take care of their stuff, and that goes back to just like taking it more serious and just like I think. I always take DG stuff real serious because that's the fucking boy. We've been on the same journey together. Like we started like popping out together, But like it was
Come up, right?
Yeah, on the come. And he's a badass. Like you guys got to check out his music. He's just dropped a song Paris in Japan, which the music video drops Friday. I'll show a little clip. We'll show a little clip.
We'll throw a clip in there for sure.
Badass. Like it was like a retro theme and like it like made it look like it was badass. We'll show it. But yeah, like DG's like. He's always believed in me, and like that's my boy. When I met Fred Blaze, and he's a hard worker, so. But I'm real glad like DJ's like brought me, like I wouldn't be in those places without him, and then, like his music's popping off. and I'm stoked for everyone that I'm working with. Pretty much, you know.
Good, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's
I'm
what's
very,
up. Yeah.
smooth selling, honestly. It's been real the 805 is real beautiful because like all my connections came from when I was just like being just like dumb and just like socializing and going out like having fun, but I always treated people right and with respect that my family taught me, and it's like when it came to like taking a career and like having a name for myself and like promoting myself, it's like people like knew I was a good person and I was gonna actually like be genuine with their stuff. So it just goes down to like just always being taking care of people and that's what I feel like I like when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm like taking care of their image, you know, like that's their image and their like even down to weddings and like stuff. That's their life, you know. That's like their life and serious shit. Like, and so like I really try to be just like real artistic, but have my own take on it. But like when it's more on the professional side, I try to be more by the book. But I have a lot of fun doing music videos because I can be like
Creative.
like real good, just like goofy. Like some videos I could just be like put some silly stuff in and just look sick. You know?
Yeah.
Shit, cool spots and make it look cool. You know.
Look cool.
And then fucking like, or you can just get real artistic with it, where it comes down to like a whole like script, you know, like it's like let's tell a fucking badass story. Let's be like fucking like different, you know. But like the run and gun videos, I still am gonna make good. I just been shooting everything as of like the last month, like 120 frames per second, which is super slow motion. I feel like the only time you really need 24 frames per second in this day and age is just because like there's a bunch of talking people and like you're just trying to match the way. But like for like weddings, you would shoot probably like at least 60 frames per second and 120 frames because 100 music videos you slow it down all crazy, and then I like to do the thing where you slow it down, like they come into a scene like all sick and then they get into their verse all quick, start talking normal, so it looks like they're slow. We'll see a couple examples of that, but yeah, they're called speed ramps.
Yeah.
And then it just makes it look real sick, and then I do like zoom ins and stuff like and like flashes and like just like I'll put like I don't know, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, sapphires and like After Effects, you can do so much. Like it's unlimited.
So
It's
your
crazy.
key elements would be like a script, a vision board, or diagrams, and then also
Just research with the song and like the locations.
locations too.
And I have the lights and stuff, so I can really turn something into whatever I want. Like,
If you had your preference, would you be in full control of the set?
yeah.
Like where would you
Always.
want? Yeah. So
Yeah.
where would you want to shoot then if somebody gave it up to you? Because I know you have all this gear, but
I'll
would you
come
want?
up with the craziest like little like I'm trying to come up with like mindfuck shit, like just like badass shit, like oh like that looks like scary or like something like that. Like so the lighting, like all my pictures are starting to like you could tell the lighting. I'm just trying to make it look like a straight film. Like I always put a movie coming out soon or like
Oh yeah.
my tag for my music video is like shot by Briz, or no, it's a film by Briz, which is like that's what all my friends called me, just like being stupid growing up, and I was like, yeah, I might as well use the nickname that people actually call me, and yeah, I don't know, yeah, I got lost a little bit, my a little brain fart.
Can you tell us about a project that challenged you to step outside your comfort zone that resulted in immense growth as an artist?
The first time me and DG rented our own studio for this video that's dropping Friday, it was just like we felt like I still went in super serious. Like I was like working when I work or honestly anytime in life I just feel like I need to work like there's someone watching me. Like I don't know, just perform. But we rented a badass film studio, Pure Space. If you guys ever do what I do and need like a film studio, it's like Airbnb, so it's like you look at there's really not too many spots in Santa Barbara or even the 805, but in LA they have like full like it's like Universal Studios on there, so you can look at like something. Most things are pretty like $100 an hour, which you can usually get a film done like 2-3 hours, you know. And it's like, but like you can get into some crazy shit like $500 an hour, like a whole jail cell.
Oh,
like
no
a
way.
whole like a whole like yard of like a prison yard and stuff. That's crazy. Or like whatever. Like honestly, there's so many. It's like I can't even tell you about it. Like I don't know. It just felt so professional. You know, like having everything like a film studio. You know, just like all that. The whole like aesthetic of it. Like it was cool. Like you could like some of these studios. There's like a room this way, and then like the next room's a whole different vibe. Like it's like and then like some of them you rent one and then you have access to all the rooms and stuff. And I don't know, just like that whole professional. Like we're in a film studio in LA. Like I don't know, like doing it big. It's not even that expensive to do it, but it's like you feel like you're doing it big, you know.
So that challenged you as an artist and it got you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I would say yeah, it got me out of my comfort zone. Like in the fact that like it wasn't just like going in the outside liquor stores or like for that environment. It was like we're doing like what the professionals are doing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like that goes back to your other question. I know, like that's one of the times where I felt like I needed to step up too, you know, and like people are trusting me with projects like where we're renting whole ass studios and stuff, you know, like
Whose idea was it? Yours?
that one. We came over to my house and we were just having fun, like, and just like we just brainstormed on something. He wanted like that Tyler the Creator Yonkers vibe, and like it's a black and white video.
Yeah.
Like, and we made it look like our own way, you know. But it was cool, real creative. Like, I haven't seen anyone drop anything like it. But that's what we try to do with every video. Like, unless we got to go by the book, like I said, like
Yeah, wedding
like,
style.
yeah, like just like, and I'll still make that the like my own style, but like as beautiful as possible. Like, just treat it different. I treat every project different, you know. Like, and like that goes back to like, I don't know, just like setting a mood for each project and like just like, executing on like the visual of it, you know, and like just like being diverse and whatnot, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
And just being talented, you know, and like artistic. I feel like we were born to be artistic and create, so it's like it's a privilege to be able to do it, you know. So just take full advantage.
Yeah, 100%. Could you walk us through the process of capturing some epic drone footage, some aerial stuff?
I would say, and that's with my regular camera. I would always just shoot everything in slow motion, unless there's like a whole interview like this. This would be shot in 24 frames per second. But you would just shoot everything in slow motion because like a drone, like once it's not slow motion, like 24 frames per second, which means that it's literally 24 frames per second, 120. Sometimes some cameras go up to like 1,000. That's like super slow, like like a water drop, like going like you can see it. They do it, but I don't know. I just think shooting good drone footage, slow motion, and then I'm trying to learn how to do the hyperlapse so you could like it's like light streaks, like the cars turn into light streaks, and like taking pictures like that, like making it. I'm definitely gonna be dropping some content like that soon. Get dabbling with that, and I just been so focused on just perfecting the actual like cinema rig camera like that.
Yeah.
And like getting real good at that. But I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
In every way, lighting, like I've just been real happy in life because I feel like I'm like mastering it.
So
Something that's so beautiful to do, and like I don't know, it's a real good privilege to be able to do that, you know.
yeah, my question is, like, if you were to get some aerial footage, what is your process like? Like, what do you go out there the day before? Do you go scope it out for an hour? Do you just bring everything with you and say, I'm gonna get footage? Like, how do you go about it?
I don't know. I don't know. I just already I can already see things in my head, like, and that comes with like, even like any video. I try to go in there already seeing everything immediately.
So
like
you have a plan or a shot list, let's say, that you're like, hey, I want to go get these shots. I'm gonna take out my drone, and these are the shots that I want to get. So it's like premeditated.
Yeah, everything's premeditated with me, and that's just from experience, you know. Just like making sure you're just prepared for everything, and just like.
So you'll pull up. Let's say you want a shots of the Santa Barbara Harbor. You just pull up with your drone and say, okay, I already know I'm gonna get slow motion footage going out of the harbor. I'm gonna get slow motion footage going into the harbor. I have the shot list that I want to execute, but it's something that you thought about beforehand that you
like this will look cool. Like I already know this is beautiful looking, like from this angle, from just seeing it from down here or whatever. And I just already know, like I don't know, it's just like real, like I don't know, like people say I have a good eye, but I just don't like giving myself that much credit when it comes to like. I don't know, like it's like I said, I'm confident, but at the same time, it's like when people start talking about me, I don't want to hear it. You know, it's like
yeah,
it's like when you were bringing the intro in, I was like getting like, oh, like
cringy.
Yeah, no, not
cringy,
but you're giving me credit, and it's just like I don't know how to accept it, but like I don't know, I've just been real confident, and like I just see things immediately, like before I go, and it's like That's just me just being in touch with my creativeness side and just like just trying to just like, always like see things through my camera and like and I know what things look like through my drone. I know what things look like through my camera and just like honestly at this point like I'm so happy with like my career and where things are going that I just like like seeing things in my camera more than I like seeing through my real.
In real life,
Yeah.
through the lens, you're living through the lens.
Yeah, it's so nice. Like and like when you have like the monitor that I have shitty eyes. FYI, I wear contacts, but but when you just have it right there, just so looking so beautiful, I have the monitor where you can throw like different filters and like have different moods, so you can already show the client or whatever like on set. So like you're not showing them like some log footage or just like some stuff off your like just your camera on set. And then what I want to get eventually, which is really expensive, I want to get the Tear Deck, which is a video transmitter that I can get an extra monitor and it shoots over to my other monitor. So like, say I'm going like doing a commercial for, or not in a music video because usually the client is in the frame, but I would say like if I'm doing a video for like a restaurant and I'm like the manager wants to watch the footage I'm filming and he can see it like all portable.
Mm-hmm.
He can see it all portable from this other monitor and this video transmitter. That and the part of me is like I said earlier, I just want to buy the best stuff first, but like this is gonna take a little bit to buy. It's like they're like 4,000.
Yeah,
and I don't
that's
really
quite an investment. Yeah.
So it's like right now I'm chilling, and I could use that for a lot. Like when we're filming, like I have friends that want to be behind, like working the camera and that are photographers. I'm like, oh, I'll teach you cinematography and whatnot, and I can direct and you can work the camera. We can just like have fun, you know. It's like it's so fun, you know, and especially if you like already have your foot in the door being a creator or whatever. Like me, I'm like trying to network and I took the time to get all the gear and I just, especially for some of these people that I'm meeting are like 20, 21, like all like
Young.
Mainly young. Like we're just all young. We're just like all I have a couple of photographers I'm working with. And Visions is the one I'm working with right now. He's real good. And he helps with the filming. I let him like do some handheld movements, especially with like you go with moods with like a creative process too. So like a handheld shot would give it a gritty like different feeling, or like a stabilization shot would give it a whole different vibe too. And like yeah, it's like I don't know, I want to share what I have with people and like do like fit like I have people help me with like, oh, because they think it's fun, and like obviously it's like this stuff is expensive, but at the same time it's like I want to be able to create something and share, like have fun with like a bunch of people that want to do it too. Like I don't want to do it with somebody that doesn't want to do it.
I'm not interested in it. Yeah.
It's like if this kid, like some of these people are like hella young, like Visions is 20 years old, like he wants to help me out. Like I appreciate that, you know. It's like that's dope. I appreciate that.
Which is kind of cool because the next question I was going to ask you was about aspiring photographers and videographers. And one of the things that I think is a big challenge is kind of finding their style and sticking to it or developing that.
Yeah, of course.
I was going to say, how did you develop your style, and what were some key factors, and what advice would you give to newer ones? Like what advice would you give to Visions?
I try to always give Visions start charging people, because he was doing a bunch of stuff for free and like just setting those boundaries that we were talking about earlier, and because your shit's good, whatnot. Mm-hmm. And he's doing that now and like teaching them lighting. Like we have access to that now, you know. So it's like let's just have fun. I want to, you know, like it's like create. And, like, it's hard to, like, if I go to a set by myself, it's, like, I have all this shit, and, like, it's hard to set up everything. I'm, like, sweating balls. It's, like,
yeah.
By the time I'm, like, ready to push record, I'm, like, because it's so many lights, and just, but, like, it's rewarding at the end of the day when it comes, like, everything's, like, the lighting looks so sick. Like, the coloring, I had the coloring, and, like, it's rewarding, you know? It's worth the work or whatnot, but to have people that are on board to help and, like, he's all the on-set photographer, and I used to try to do pictures and video for at the same. That's too much, you know.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
I would have my A7. I would have you shoot with that, and then my A7 III would have like my nice lens, or like my nice like portrait lens, and then it's just too much work, and he's a good photographer, and he's a good guy trying to help, and I'm offering him just like we're offering each other like perks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, yeah, like, and then there's a Ethan, you know Ethan, right? He used to help me. He helped me with the Paris in Japan video that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. So I've heard of him. I don't personally know him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's into making videos and stuff. Always down to help. Like
That's what Brian had told me too. He said, "Hey, my homie who does all this." So like I know of him because of Brian. He says, "Oh, this is the guy that helps me
good
out and
guy,
does my videos." And
we used to work together too.
oh, that's dope. Anybody who's interested in film or video or like creating content and stuff, like I always just have that connection because I'm like, oh, I could always ask you questions or how do you go about doing this, and just how me and you talk shop. It's just something that it just interests me.
Yeah. It's cool when you see someone has the same interests. It's like you feel a little different and get like a different connection with someone like that. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you like creating, because there's a lot of people that just are comfortable with not doing shit. You know.
Well, there's a respect. It's like playing golf. If you don't play golf, you probably can't relate, and you probably don't like respect it. But go out there and try to do what they do, and then you'll get a different understanding. You'll be like, damn, that's actually really hard. And same with the video. Like we're talking about editing and watching and noticing certain things in films and movies. And going, damn,
just being ready.
I noticed that they did that. I noticed that they did that. I noticed that was that. Like that kind of cut. You know, like there's just so much that goes into it. But you only get educated or knowledgeable about it when you start to do it yourself.
Yeah, and it was. I was like I was all confident, confident in the beginning, but then there was like times I was like, "Damn, this is a lot," you know, like
overwhelming with the amount of that you have to learn.
The type of shit I had to learn, the work I had to put. Like, it's not easy work, bro. Like when it comes down to everything's like Tarantino says, like everything you have to put like all your energy into. Like when it comes down for him, it's like he writes a whole script. He puts all his energy in that. He then puts a different type of energy into filming. He puts a different type of energy into editing. It's just like, it is a lot of work, but it's like I said, it's rewarding.
Step-by-step process, almost in a sense.
Yeah,
huh?
And like with him, that I took a lot. What he said in that same interview is like he'll like go into the screenwriting as a screenwriter, and then he'll go into the director as a director, and like just put different heads on, I guess, like and like if he wants to do something, if he sees something different from the camera than he did when he was writing it, is like he'll switch it up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Be a director, and that's the cool thing about directors that I always try to own, is that like they're just problem fixers, you know, like, and like even that goes down to me just being a good teammate as a soccer player. Like I just always wanted to make sure my teammates are happy and just be a good teammate, and like this and that, whatnot, you know.
It's about
blah,
the
blah,
goal
blah.
of the team. Yeah, yeah.
Make sure everyone around you is happy, so the job gets done or whatnot, you know.
Properly, and like there's a good morale.
Good chemistry.
Yeah.
I don't want to know bad chemistry. I learned when I was young that like I'd get so competitive that like I would like, what are you doing? Like what's going through? But then my coach in high school was like, you bring people down, like when you're like just being negative,
harping on everybody. Yeah.
Like you're acting like you're perfect too, and I was like, I'm not perfect, but I try my hardest, and I still try my hardest to not make mistakes, but you just gotta just like have a respect for like people, especially if they're putting like everyone's collaborating on something, you know. It's like everyone needs to be on like the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. From your vast portfolio, is there a particular project that holds a special place in your heart? And if so, why?
I've done four videos on Fred Blaze's new like project coming out, and his last one did really good, and I don't know, I'm having so much fun with those videos, you know, like, and he's just so like letting me be so creative with it. It's like it's dope. It's like I don't know, feel part of something. He told me I'm family, and that when he makes it, we're gonna be. He's like, all the girls are gonna want you, this and that. Like, and I don't care about that, but like, it's just a good like, the whole family feeling, and knowing that we both have confidence in our crafts, and that we're just like to making the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. You know,
yeah.
It's like I don't know. That's just dope. You know, like his project, I feel like I'm a part of it. You know, it's like. You know, it's like, and then that's with the wedding or a business, you know, like I feel part of their like journey, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it needs to be taken real like a, you know, very preciously.
Mm-hmm.
But with him, it's like I'm having so much fun with that, and it's like, and like Oh, he's buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have one more question for you. In today's fast-paced social media content consumption, how do you stay relevant with desk scrolling?
Honestly, I've told a couple of the people I work with I don't want to be doing Instagram content, no TikTok stuff.
No.
If I do, it's for my personal. I like the old school, like the horizontal.
Oh,
The
yeah.
horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to make short films in documentaries, like for me and my friend were talking about. He knows a lot of the famous fishermen in the harbor and SB. He knows what's the best surfer, the Mexican one out of
Bobby Martinez.
Yeah, he knows Bobby Martinez. He's like, yeah, let's do like a documentary. Like I can get you connected. Like not just from just I don't know, just like that's like my good friend saying that he can help me. He helped me out with do a video. It's Mario Alaluma. A lot of people in the 805 know, but he's a funny guy. That's my boy. But yeah, he got me linked up with Thalmo Jewelers. I did a couple promos with him, and he does jewelry for Ryan Garcia, which was a badass or he is a badass boxer. He's a badass fucking boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still is. Even though he lost to Gervonta, I put my money on him a little bit. But no, yeah, he's a badass boxer, and those opportunities, like my stepdad that was a businessman, he always told me there's like a 7-degree rule. I don't know if that's what it's called, like 100%, but like you're like 7 connections away from like anyone. So like you could be connected to the president, but like you know someone that knows someone that knows someone that eventually is connected to that person. So like as long as you perform and network, you can meet these people that you're like like just like, and that's always just trying to perform. I'm not old or anything. I'm just gotta take advantage of life.
Yeah. In today's fast-paced social media, how do you ensure your work?
I don't really care about social media content at all, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like it's working for me, and
So how would people find you then?
just because I'm working with people I'm being selective with work, so it's the people that I'm working with are have like their own reputations. I'm kind of like.
So you don't even necessarily care. Again, social
I don't
media.
care about,
Social
like,
media doesn't even matter because you're not looking for clients like that. You already have the clients that you want to work with.
Like social media content, like if I'm telling like musicians and stuff that I don't want to do their social media content, I'll do their YouTube content. But like if it's like a business and stuff, like I want to represent businesses all the way. That's like professional. That's like a professional thing to do, and I want to be a professional person. But
Because I'm just confused. Like when you said you wanted to help businesses and you wanted to do more about their marketing and stuff, isn't that social media?
that's what I'm saying. They're an exception.
Oh, they're an exception.
Yeah, they're an exception to that case. But like musicians, I don't want to be doing their like shit.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do their music videos. That's it. Or if they're going on tour, I might go with them and document it.
Yeah. I guess what my question was how do you ensure your work? Because you don't post on Instagram. You don't post. You're not concerned with that. So
On my business page.
Okay, so your business page though, you're not concerned with posting and staying relevant.
I do on that page when I do business work. Like they're like that's like I said earlier, they're treated with a different thing. But I'm not gonna be doing some musicians unless they're like 1 million followers or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like with businesses, that's like something that's marketing. That's like you could go to Nike with that.
Yeah.
Like, that type. That's so like I treat that on a whole different realm or aspect. Like, I treat that with like a business like I could be doing a Nike ad if I do this. Like I don't know. I treat that a whole different. Even with I don't know, anything in a professional environment, I treat different than. I'm like when I set way more boundaries in the when I'm doing like music videos, which I'm doing a lot right now. But the only people I'm working with are like making good music and have a name for themselves and stuff. So, but with businesses, I'm always down to help them and do whatever caters to them in any way.
Yeah. Where can people find you if they want to connect with you?
For my personal journey, I would say my Torres film, and then for like my professional work and like business, I'm doing the Hollywood 805. Which is on Instagram, it's HW805 film, and then for my music videos and like that type of stuff, it's filmed by Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give all your Instagram handles right now. So you have
The
3
C
or what?
Torres is for like the personal.
C
journey,
Torres,
yeah.
so C. Torres.
The silly stuff I post.
Okay,
Like
and then
it's all artistic. I'll be promoting everything on there. It's like a mixture of everything. And I don't post weird stuff. It's just all like my work and stuff. But that's C Tours would be like where you would see like a little bit of everything.
okay,
And then the HW 805, I'm gonna try to keep that more towards like restaurants and like business and stuff. Like, and then I'm gonna try to make another Instagram for like beautiful moments, like engagement shoots, weddings and stuff, like the lovey-dovey stuff. And
okay.
then, I'll maybe if I'm on here again, I'll be able to give you more about that, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
But
my guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Film My Wrist is gonna be all the
music video stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be trying to do every type of music and then I don't know. I'm just gonna be posting all my music video stuff on there, and a bunch of there'll be stuff you don't like, some music you don't like, but there's gonna be music you do like. So
Yeah,
that's
take it
like
for what
all my
it
that's
is,
my
huh?
creative. That's like my creative like making other people's visuals and no, it's sick. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being
Yeah.
here, Chris. I want to thank you, bro. I really do appreciate this for the podcast. I hope that some of our listeners were able to gain some insights and some facts and, some know-how from you. Stay tuned for some more episodes. I'll keep you guys linked up with newest stuff going on. Thank you for joining us tonight on tonight's show, and cheers.